Today, we've got a classic, rare pair of 1991 Bo Jacksons. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys. When these came in, I didn't even know what they were. I wasn't even gonna make a video for them. That's until I posted a poll on my story asking all of you guys on my Instagram story. Be sure to follow the Instagram if you're not. I asked you guys, what are these? Can anyone help me out with the name of these? I don't know what they are. And a lot of people were like, these are the Bo Jacksons. These were the originals released in, 91. I thought I'd make a video about them because it seems a lot of you guys know about these shoes. This is going to be a great restoration. I'm doing a full deep clean, reglue. We're going to do some repainting, some unyellowing. So stay tuned until the end to see how these turned out, because I know this one's going to be a great project. But without further ado, let's take a look at these in closer detail. Alright everyone, let's get straight into this. Now, before I even start working on these shoes, I want to say I posted the YouTube short on these, and boy was there a lot of bots in the comments hating, saying that these look the exact same. I'll just throw a couple of their comments up on the screen. Now, for those bots watching this exact same video, watch to the end and see the true before and afters, where you can see the full process and not just a 30-second YouTube short clip. Alright, so now that we've got the shoes taken apart, before I clean them, I am going to prep these. We're just going to be using acetone and cotton balls to prep these shoes. The back towards the heel started to peel off just a tad. You can see more so on this shoe. So what I'm probably going to do is take my X-Acto knife and just skive that off very lightly. But the rest of the shoe, depending on the area, I'm just going to use acetone and cotton balls very gently. Not going to overdo it because I don't want to damage the leather. This is still very delicate. Keep in mind, this is over 3 decades old. If you guys have any questions for me in the comments, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer them if I'm able to. So for prep work, it's cotton balls and acetone, pretty much for the soles, midsoles, and uppers. I do want to apologize in advance if my nose sounds a little stuffy. I just got over a little fever, so feeling a little better, feeling a little good to record the voiceover for this video, but hang in there with me. After we're done with the cotton balls and acetone, for the uppers, those parts that were flaking off, I am using my X-Acto knife to skive those off to ensure we have a clean surface canvas for our glue application. You can just see that before and after is night and day. Same thing with the midsoles here. It's going to be night and day. As far as heat, I'm applying it around, I want to say medium temperature. My heat gun doesn't have actual degree temperatures on it, but if you have a heat gun, I'd go around medium to high heat, but you don't want to leave it on the midsoles because that could warp it if you apply too much heat, considering these are EVA foam. So now that we finished up with the X-Acto knife, we're going to see me remove those yellow glue lines from 1991 that probably weren't there when the shoe was new, but over time it just aged and discolored. So removing these is actually going to make the final product look a lot cleaner and newer. Something you don't see in the YouTube short really, but when we watch these full length YouTube videos where I give you the whole breakdown, we see what exactly is done. Okay, so the shoes are all prepped. All the prep work is done. They look nice and clean. Now we have to actually clean them. Once these are all cleaned up, we're gonna throw these soles in my UV light so they bring that nice white color back. And probably some of this turquoise color, it'll look more vibrant and bright once we take them out, because they're looking pretty dingy right now. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll take it from there. Let's do it. if we take a look at the leather on the one I didn't clean, which is going to be on the left, and the one I cleaned on the right, you can clearly tell that night and day difference. And it really does make all the difference, especially when we use a magic eraser. So what I'm using is actually a Rejuvenator Power Pad cleaning sponge, but a magic eraser is like the exact same thing. It really helps get those deep scuffs and scratches out that a regular cleaning brush really can't. And once I've got the soles cleaned off, we're just gonna go ahead and steam them off. Same thing, nice clean before and after. But we're gonna be treating these soles with my special formula, my sole gel that I've created, which you see right here. And we're gonna be applying it to the soles, covering it with saran wrap, and then tossing them in my UV box. If you guys are curious on what this formula is, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll give it to you. All right, so it is the next day, and I gotta tell you, not even 24 hours later, these soles came out amazing. Are you guys ready? I don't think you guys are ready. Not even 24 hours later. Let me just stop talking and show you how these came out. When I thought the blue was turquoise, or this color, this is like a light blue. It did not only bring back the white, as you see, but it brought back the color as I expected in this blue turquoise on the sole. And the toe caps did come out beautiful as well. Now you'll notice there is still a little bit of a yellow tint to these soles. I did leave that on purpose. I didn't want to leave them in there for over 24 hours because I wanted to keep the vintage integrity feel to the shoes. They are from 1991, right? So we don't want them looking like brand new out the box, because that would just sort of defeat the purpose for this client. I know some people may be like, oh, well, why didn't you make them brand new? You know, they look better brand new. Not everyone wants their shoes back to like that brand new condition. They want them wearable again, but they also want that vintage feel to their shoes as well. So that's what we did for this client. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean off the excess solution on here. After that, we're going to go ahead and touch up the midsoles, repaint them, then move to our gluing process. Let's do it. I wasn't originally going to paint the white portion. I was gonna leave it, but it's pretty stained, as you can see, and I think it's gonna affect the overall look of the shoes, especially if I just paint the blue and black part. I was gonna say portion, but part. So what I am going to do for the white portions of the midsole is just give it a really nice aged look. That way it still matches that vintage feel of the shoe, and these come out more solid and whole as a shoe once they're fully restored. I think that is going to be better. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments if this is a good move. I mean, it's too late, but I just want to know what you guys think. So what I am going to do before I strip the paint is just match the blue as best as I can. Over here, I do have a drawer full of paint. Right, I pretty much over time bought the store full of paint, so I'm going to try to find some blues, match this color as best as I can. Then once I have that matched, I'll go ahead and strip as much of this off as I can, sand it, apply my adhesion promoter to the midsole so that paint sticks a lot better, and then we'll do the custom vintage white and start painting these midsoles. I'm going to start with the white base coat, then we're going to do the blue with the airbrush, and then the black with the airbrush. Maybe I'll hand paint the black, I don't know, but that's the plan. Let's do it. All right, so the glue has cured. These are ready to be bonded back together. This has been great so far. I don't have any complaints about this restoration. It's honestly going better than I expected. Let me know how you guys think the blue on the midsole paint turned out. I think it matches the blue Nike check a lot more than the soles after deoxidizing them, but that's okay. I tried to match it to the color that it originally was, so I was working with what I had. But now that the glue is cured, we can finally bond these back together. And once they're bonded back together, I don't have to do any stitch work. I'm just going to go around them, see any last final touch-ups I have to do. If not, we'll take a look at the final results and compare it to the befores. So let's go ahead and reglue these. We've got these guys all laced up now. They're now ready to be put back on my client's feet. All we have to do is just take a look at the before and the after and how these came out. And I think this is going to be a pretty crazy before and after. I'm really excited to see the before and after. I hope you guys are too. Be sure to drop a comment if you did make it to this point in the video. Be sure to like and subscribe too if you did and you want to see more content like this. I'm not stopping. I don't plan on ever stopping. So if you enjoy this type of content, want to see more, you want to see this whole page evolve, be sure to drop a follow. I have dreams to make big things happen, and your support would really mean the world to me to help make those things happen. And if you have dreams of your own too, I want you to keep pushing towards them, keep working every single day, no matter what anyone says to you. Just keep pushing, keep working, and we're in this together. So I appreciate all your support. Once again, I cannot wait to see how the before and after came out. I don't even know how it is right now until I edit the video. I just know it's going to be crazy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, and until next time, peace.